I think the history of Liberia is not dissimilar to other countries. I think what you had there was minority rule, basically. And one of the big problems of big reasons for instability in a number of African countries is minority rule, where the majority feels excluded, where resources are concentrated within the minority, privileges, education, what have you. It was one of the problems in Rwanda and Burundi, where 15% of the people had all of the control. And I think this is what happened in Liberia. And over the years, pressure kept building up that this was unjust and it had to be changed. The manner of changing was rather unfortunate, the killing of Tolbert and what have you. But I think that's the reason you had this feeling that there was a need for justice in Liberia. I remember visiting, I think it was in this '87 visit, there was a cocktail party at the ambassador's, and I was meeting with some Liberian businessmen. And I said, well, how do you feel about the business situation under Doe? And he said, well, we're more comfortable with Doe than with Tolbert. Doe leaves us alone. He's corrupt, he steals from the state oil company and what have you, but he leaves us alone. Tolbert, every businessman had to have Tolbert as his partner, you see. The only way you can go into business was to be a partner of Tolbert. So some people felt more freedom under Doe than others, you see. But I believe that the fundamental issue in Liberia was minority rule. And there should have been a transition to majority rule, but there wasn't. And it came about by this unfortunate business in 1980. I remember the U.S. ambassador at the time, I think was Perkins, wasn't it? His name was Perkins, or was it Swing? I forget which one of them. Was it Swing? Yeah. And I asked Swing, well, what was the impact of 1980? And he said, well, it was popular. He says a country boy had come to power, representing the majority. So the United States said, well, if it's popular, we're going to join it. But of course, there was disillusionment happened later when Doe was just as much a minority ruler as Tolbert was.